Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin is the next match we're going to talk about here. I'm going 50-50 here. I don't know who's going to win this match. And I used to be leaning just Apollo Crews was the obvious choice, but now I'm starting to think maybe Baron Corbin is the right way to go because it all sort of depends on who's going to win that world title match, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But Baron Corbin hasn't really been like that top guy challenging for a belt yet. So they've been teasing Apollo Crews a little bit, and I think it's a little too easy to give him the win. I'm starting to lean more towards Baron Corbin here. I know that Sean would be happy about that since that's his one to watch. Still got a tiny bit of time for him to make a big splash on the main roster. You never know. But, Wego, I'm going to start off with you. Do you think Baron Corbin's winning, or is it just going to go to Apollo Crews?
That's a tough one, but I think I'm going to have to go with Apollo Crews. I think they've got a lot of stock invested in this guy, and I see him feuding with Samoa Joe in the near future, and it may be for a belt.
Drew, what do you think? Is this Corbin's time to kind of like boost himself up?
Not necessarily. I think Apollo Crews will end up winning, but would not be surprised if Baron Corbin win. Both of these guys could really use the win right now, but I think Apollo Crews needs it more because I think he's the bigger star out of the two of them. So
Can we just compliment that Corbin's gotten really fucking good though?
He's gotten so much better.
Yeah,
Like, he's not ready, for like a main event push or anything like that by far. But Baron Corbin went from being a guy who wrestled 30-second matches maximum and was still looking a little bit weird to a legitimate NXT superstar. He's better on the
Teaming
mic
him
too.
with Rhino was fucking genius. That did wonders for him.
That helped him out a lot, yeah.
the student-teacher mentality definitely worked.
Yeah, I buy into Baron Corbin now. I don't know how far he's really going to go because it seems like he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder and, maybe some of that's scripted, I don't know, or whatever like that. But on Breaking Ground, he seems a little bit different from a lot of different people. And just in general, he has a different vibe about him, which could either be a real good asset or it could be something that's detrimental to him. And I don't know. I mean, I'm buying into him a lot more than I used to. So that's why I'm willing to give him a little bit more of an edge when it comes to Apollo Crews, he's going to win titles. I mean, it's obvious. Crews is awesome. But Peyton, what do you think? Is this going to be just an Apollo Crews win, or is there potential for Baron Corbin to kind of step his game up?
Baron Corbin definitely needs a big win. He was pretty much undefeated for a long period of time, and he's kind of going on the back burner lately. And I agree, this is a guy who stepped up his game so much, and I think deserves a big run as a heavy heel. The problem is, their number one heel right now is Samoa Joe, and I don't think that they're going to deviate from that for a while. So I think more than likely they're going to be building Apollo Crews as the next big babyface to take the place from Finn Balor after he moves on to higher pastures.
So, I mean, match aside when it comes to the predictions, who's going to win and stuff like that, are you guys excited for the match itself? Just, pure in-ring action? Does Crews versus Corbin seem like it could be a good matchup?
Anything with Apollo Crews excites me right now.
I don't expect great things, but I am going to keep an open mind and see what these guys can do.
Drew, what do you think? Good match, possibly match of the night?
Nah, I don't think it possibly be a match of the night. I think if they were going to go to that level, they needed some type of stipulation with it. But for a match, I think I could dig this. They could definitely go out and put on a very good, middle of the show match.
Alrighty, guys. As I said before, leave your comments below. Tell us what you think is going to end up happening here. This is going to tie a lot into our main event thing, but we're going to get to that in part 8. We have one more match we have to talk about before we get to that, which is going to be the Women's Championship, Bayley versus Nia Jax. Click on part 7 to find out what we think about that match, and we'll see you there.